Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
#Silliman.
#Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You're watching #Silliman. Maayong gabi sa tanan, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining another episode. Ron, time flies so fast. Imagine this is another week of the month of October. So sa mga wala pa nakamata, we have waken you up. Because September has ended, right? And friends, in Silliman University, we are actually conducting and organizing a lot of events and, of course, tune up for more updates through our different platforms like Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and even on our Silliman University website. Now, Ron, I'm just so proud, Ron, because one of the highlights right now in the news items in our website are the participation of our colleagues at the senior high school department of these conferences that they have presented their paper at, and not just to not to brag, no, but our colleagues are also bagging some awards, and we are so proud of them, and I think they deserve the spotlight for this episode, friends. So for this night, we have invited our colleagues from the Silliman University Senior High School Department who has recently attended and participated national and international conferences, and thank God they've also bagged some awards. And to unpack to us the details of that, allow me to introduce them to you. So let me introduce first from the language department of Silliman University Senior High School, we have Miss Gemmella Tebio.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Gem, welcome to #Silliman.
Thank you, Sir Josh, Ma'am Ron.
And of course, we also have here from the IT group, no, mga ka-soul din natin ito sila, the soul of the university. First in the lineup, we have Sir John Cynth Palama. Sir John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Mayong gabi sa tanan.
And of course, we have Miss Aurielle Liza Maypa. Ma'am, welcome to #Silliman.
Thank you, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching.
Yes, of course, we are joined by our alumni all over the world, Ron.
Yes, Josh, to keep the ball rolling, let us talk about your recent participation where you presented your papers. Let's talk about that. Let's first start with Ma'am Jeb. You attended 2 conferences, Ma'am Jeb. Please share to us and to the audience.
Yes, we did have 2 conferences this year. We were so lucky. The first one was last February. That was the CAMTISOL conference with the Department of English and Literature. Languages and literature, more on the languages part, since it was the CAMTISOL event, and the COTISOL, or the Asia TEFL event that was held last August.
Ayan. And where was this held?
In Korea.
Ay!
Annyeonghaseyo.
#Sana all. Diba? From Cambodia, then going to Korea. So far, Jem, in your visit in these 2 countries, have you learned some basic greetings or languages?
Maybe sa Korea. I think, yeah. Annyeonghaseyo. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we always say.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Yeah, annyeonghaseyo.
All right. Thank you so much, Jem. We'll talk more about of your experiences in a bit. So how about naman here, Sir John and Ma'am Lisa?
Yeah, I'll go ahead first. Last August, I attended Asia Youth International Conference in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So this is
international.
yeah. So this is 3-day conference where we talk more on research on solving global and social issues. We also made mention about investing technology infrastructure in the conference and other stuff. So that was last August, and our recent engagement with conference is also just this month, I think, in Batak, Ilocos Norte, where we showcase our title, which is also related to our specialization as an IT and educator.
So who was the organizer of this conference, Ma'am Lisa?
It's the Philippine E-Learning Society.
Yeah. So what is also the title of the conference?
It was the 5th International Congress of e-learning.
E-learning. So they are more on the technology, Ron, no? They saved us during the pandemic, no? Big help talaga. Yes.
Now, Ma'am Jem, let's talk about your papers, the things that you presented. TEFL and TESOL are different, right?
Yes, they are. They are actually different organizations, but the one we did in Cambodia, we presented a paper. It's actually a needs analysis towards an English program for tricycle drivers in the city.
Wow.
Yes, it was. I did it with Dr. Warlito Katuray of the OIP. Since also he's also
Shout out to Sir Warley. Hi, sir.
Yes, hello, Sir Warley. And Assistant Professor Helene Peñero. And we presented the paper along with 6 other presenters, 9 in total. And the paper that we did in Korea was Sir Deo's paper mainly. It was on the writing skills using transitional markers and cohesive devices in accordance to the level or the writing level of the students in
Okay.
grade 11.
Sige, let's translate this studies of yours in layman's term. no?
Yes, yes.
Because I'm interested with the one you mentioned about with pedicab drivers.
Yes.
What about this? So you were studying about
We wanted to establish the need for a language program, mainly because we wanted a project that involves the community.
and then
And we saw a great potential, especially with the tricycle drivers, because they are the forefront of our tourism industry.
right,
Yes.
ayun pala
Yes.
ron. So there is a need for our tricycle drivers
Yes.
to also communicate properly, no?
Yes.
Given that they are also ambassadors, no, when it comes to
Yes.
our wonderful project. So I think that is something that is hopefully will become into fruition in the future.
Hopefully, Sir Josh. We're working on funding right now, and we're working on the program itself. But I think the first thing that we discovered while doing the project is that it's actually a need in the community, and it's one way for Silliman to connect with the community and to connect with the
Yes.
people, even though they're not technically enrollees of
Yes.
Silliman.
Through research.
Yes, through
Alright.
research.
Ang ganda. So how about the conference you've attended? Did you present the same paper? You have individual
No, we have
papers.
different. You want to go first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Ladies choice. Okay.
My paper was all about order thinking skills during the pandemic because there was an issue back then that the students were not that engaged when it comes to online learning.
Right.
So we have to check if what the teachers are using when it comes to delivering their lessons, the activities.
Correct.
So we actually found out that most teachers are using the higher order thinking skills, which is in the creativity side. So that was a good sign. But then there are still some teachers that are still even just using the remembering part. So the paper really opened up the minds of teachers and to really put into effort putting the highest order thinking skills in delivering their lessons.
Right.
Yes, Sir Cynth, how about you?
We actually have different paper. My paper is also
This was
talks.
presented during the Ilocos, if I may ask.
Yeah. My paper focuses more on the online teaching resources and educational tools that was used by the teachers during COVID time. And this paper was actually the case of the Filipino teachers. So there are teachers in different regions that are as part of our respondents. So then on the results or the findings of the study, there are these top 3 so far most utilized resources during COVID-19 in terms of online classes, doing online classes. And these are the video conference platforms and of course presentation slides or tools. And there are also activities like Kahoot and other educational tools.
Okay,
that
so
we-
when we talk about these resources, this pertains to not only limited to instructional resources, but even to platforms
Exactly.
that can be used to deliver learning. Wonderful. So, Rono, imagine these are the pool of faculty members that we have at the senior high school, no? Very research-oriented, and you can see the passion also in their
Innovative,
works.
yeah. You talked about asking the respondents being not just from Silliman University or Cynth. How about Ma'am Lisa? Did you also get respondents from
Yes,
different
our
regions?
respondents actually are the same
The
because
same.
this was taken from a project. What was
Funded by the
name?
Commission on Higher Education.
What's the title
And this
again?
project is all about technology enhanced flexible learning.
Yes, technology enhanced flexible.
So this is
our
a national
respondents-
data.
Yes.
Yeah.
All over the Philippines.
All over the Philippines. All right. So, because Ron, uso na meme nowadays on Facebook, no? I will not mention the senator, but she's once quoted na, bakit baliw na baliw kayo sa research? So, if we may ask the question to you, colleagues, no, bakit baliw na baliw kayo sa research? Perhaps we can start with Ma'am Lisa. Why are you into research?
Can I say there's no choice?
Off the record.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that, yes, there's no choice because it's given to us. Then we have to work on it. We have to contribute as well, being teachers.
Yes.
Yes, we have to contribute and do our part. Do the research, and it's actually sort of it's becoming a little bit fun now.
Yeah.
And especially in our our research, it's not just us that's working on it, but we have like 4 other co-writers. So it's not that heavy, like on my part, it's not that heavy.
And I would
because-
understand the sentiment, Ron, because aside from doing research, we have our regular load, which is
Yes.
teaching. And I mean, that's also a recognition that we have to accept the challenge that since we're teachers, we have to continue professional growth in the form of
And
research.
contribute to new knowledge.
And see, Ma'am Lisa is now having fun.
Yes. Although
So, baliw na din siya sa research.
Really, research takes time and effort. It's so painstaking. Right?
Yeah.
Sir Jansen, ba't baliw ka sa research?
Baliw ka ba?
Or baliw ka ba talaga sa
Baliw na
research?
baliw sa
Or nabaliw after the research?
during and
I like
after.
that. Nabaliw. Sige, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I started doing research when I was in Foundation University, teaching in Foundation University. I got this one subject, teaching handling research subject, and then that's the passion started. When something that gets into the classroom, especially on my student side, that I really also wanted to learn more about the content itself. Though.
All right.
So I'm also happy to share my experience,
Nice.
my experience as a research teacher to this. And now, especially last time when I published an international research, which is also co-authored by our director, Sir Dave, and so I still have that more confident to work on more papers because of this published paper. That
So, kumbaga, once you started, parang hahanap-hanapin mo na, di ba?
Wala nang urungan.
Once tasted, always wanted. Parang bakery yun. How about you, Jen?
I think I'd like to go back to the main objective of research, which is to improve people's lives. And the cause is very noble. And as teachers and researchers, I feel like you do it to improve your life or the lives of others. So,
Right.
yes. In this case, the lives of the students during the pandemic, the lives of teachers, the lives of Dumaguete City pedicab drivers, and it can be about anything. And I guess that's what makes research so endearing. It's because when you do it, you realize the change that it may bring to the lives of these people and the improvement, diba, in our society.
That's true. Research doesn't stop on the paper itself,
Yes.
but it also has materialization of the topics that you have presented or researched.
Yes. We are just going to pause for a short break, but when we come back, let's talk about now what are the challenges in conducting research? Because, Ron, most of the time what we see are the conference that we've attended, the published material, but of course, behind the scenes, there could be these tears and blood and sweat, kumbaga. So let's engage them in a conversation where we will also inspire other researchers to be in the future that, ganito pala yung journey in becoming a full-blown researcher. Friends, please stay with us. #Silliman. We'll be back. Welcome back, and you're still watching #Silliman. Friends, we're still joined by our colleagues at the Senior High School Department, and they have shared their experiences as they participated in different professional learning opportunities. And before we took a short break, we asked them this question, Ron, what are the challenges? What are the behind the scenes, kumbaga, when you are going to conceptualize and give birth to a research idea and then materialize it and finally present it to the public either through research conference or journal publications. So let's begin with Gem. On a personal level, Gem, what can you share to us when it comes to the different challenges?
It's exhausting. Both time, effort, and money.
May time pa ba for love life?
Wala na, charot. No, but I think, it really is a work of passion, right? If you're not passionate about it, it's really easy to give up because, I mean, at first you will not have the support that you need, right? Financially, and all of that. It will always be your passion that will drive you at first. So yes, the challenges are number one, money, time.
Yeah, budgetary.
Budgetary, especially when you're dealing with a huge population.
Exactly.
And your time, because aside from your research work, you are a teacher first and foremost.
Yeah.
And beating the deadlines, since abstract deadline, video submission deadline,
Right.
conference deadline. Yeah.
So time management, budgetary concerns, and of course,
Effort.
the energy. How
Yes.
will you distribute your energy?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Sir
How about
Jan's
you,
here.
Sir Jan?
Yeah, for me, it's time. It's actually time. Aside from doing research, I also been teaching for senior high school full time, and I also have part-time subjects for college, which is a night class. So I agree with Ma'am Jam that it's work on passion.
Passion. So
Right.
kung wala kang passion, no? Hindi ka talaga mababaliw sa research.
But I think it's also I have that passion that I also clinched the first place during the Ilocos conference last time.
Wow, grabe naman.
First place.
First place, no?
Very
So,
competent.
I think, Ron, what they're trying to say also na challenging, pero nagagawa ng paraan.
Yeah.
Diba? So, that's wonderful. How about you, Ma'am Lisa?
Well, I'll just add up to what they said. But for me personally, it's more on starting the first sentence.
Or even thinking the title, or ano ba?
But recently, the titles are already given to us
Okay.
by our mentor. So it's how to start. It's what
Tutorial, no? Beginnings and challenges.
yeah.
Yes.
But nowadays we have AI, of course.
Yes, of
You have to
course.
make use of that.
Yes.
As a learning tool.
As a helper,
A learning tool.
not like relying on it
Yeah,
to
I
write.
agree.
Yeah,
Agreed.
so
Agreed. Yeah.
aside
So,
from those challenges, just
may opportunities din.
Yes. Yeah, let's talk about opportunities. What are the perks that you enjoyed after you submitted the paper, aside from traveling and whatnot?
And aside from the Instagrammables.
Yes.
After, kasi may mga, of course, may pa-tour yan. Diba? So, because you get to see the sites also when you go to the place. What are the perks? That's a good question, Ron.
Okay, maybe the perks, I would say motivation, intrinsic motivation.
All right, internally, no?
Yes, internally. The feeling, the rush that you get after presenting your paper, seeing the smiles on their faces, getting to interact with people from other cultures, other countries, and
Nice.
being able to share your experience and them sharing their experiences as well.
Awesome.
I think that's a good driving force for us to continue research. And you always, I mean, at least for the three of us, I'd like to say that sharing information, sharing new knowledge to everyone around the globe is always the goal, right? And it's always what drives us also for research.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Sir
How
Jan.
about you, Sir John?
In a conference, we were able
Nakahanap
to...
ba ng love life?
Wala
Wala pa.
Conferences.
Kaka-research nyo yan.
Kaka-research nyo yan.
We'll make a title.
We'll make a title.
Perfect.
Sige. So far, sir, the perks is, first is you were able to learn something new because there are different delegates, there are different participants and researchers during the conference with different titles to showcase. And from that, we were able to learn something, and of course, we were able to apply those findings or conclusions to their paper. And that's one thing I got from the conference as I joined.
Yeah. Ma'am Lisa.
So,
Aside from the pasalubong after. Baka naman may pasalubong from Ilocos, di ba?
like me, perhaps meeting new people and making them friends, the connections, you
Linkages,
build. Yes,
networks.
linkages.
Yeah.
And aside from that, there are prizes. Yeah, he won an
Secret.
earpod.
Wow!
Cash
Cash prize! Baka may pa-snacks after nito, Ron. So, bagging the award, you got cash prize, the earbuds. Earpods. Diyos ko, mag-attend na tayo ng and laptop stand. Okay.
Isip muna tayo research.
All right, Ron. So thank you very much for sharing these opportunities and challenges. But before, we have actually prepared a short game for you. But before we jump to our short game, there's a final question because generally, on the studio right now, Ron, the five of us are kind of novice researchers, kumbaga, starters, no?
Yeah.
So we have really to stand on the shoulders of the giants, so to speak. So how do you also find the kind of mentoring that you receive from Silliman University? Is it really a great place for you to grow? And what kind, how does that mentorship, and perhaps you'd like to give a special shout out to the people that whose shoulder you're standing on right now. Let's start with Ma'am Lisa.
Yes, shout out to the director of the Global Studies Center, Dr. Dave Marshall. He's like, I've never had like a mentor like him. So it all started here in Silliman University and with Dr. Marshall that I had a lot of research and published, if I may add that.
Hi, Sir Dave. May rice pa ba
Thank you
siya?
so much for that, Sir Dave.
Beka naman. Yeah, thank you very much, Ma'am Lisa. Sir Jan?
Same is true to Ma'am Lisa. Sir Dave is also the one who guided us through this duration of working the paper, and not just during that, also in the conference. Before we stand there in front of the conference, he really needs to check everything, like from the presentation, the full paper, the conclusion, and everything. So, and he also asks you something, question. Possible question.
Practice na.
Possible question before you present in front. So that's a good thing.
Hands-on mentorship.
Exactly, very hands-on. So shout out Sir Dave and the GSE members.
All right. How about you, Jen?
In my case, I have a lot of people to thank. We have my research mates, Dr. Warlito Katuray Jr., Assistant Professor Helene Pinheiro, Doc Joan Generoso, Assistant Professor Picardal, Assistant Professor Solitana, and Assistant Professor Patron. My co-researchers, Sir Deomar Iswasin, who's living his best life in the U.S.
Ay, shout out! Sir Deo!
Yes. And,
Sending our loves from the Philippines.
Yes, and Sir John Rubio and Sir Japril Catalunya. It's so fun. It's actually a family, Sir Josh, Mamron. I
I
feel
like the word family.
yes, it is a family because once, especially for the international conferences we've attended, when you're there, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of it takes a village, no, to do everything.
I thought to raise a child.
To raise a research
Because
paper.
it's a family, Josh.
Yes. But yeah, that's most likely the case. During the planning process, at first you would feel, as a new faculty, you
Yes.
feel very intimidated. I cannot contribute to anything, but they've been very, very patient, and they've been guiding us and allowing us to shine also.
I like that. Allowing us to shine.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of shine, let us now shine. Let us see if we will shine on the game that we have prepared for you. And the name of this game is Give Me a Title. Bigyan ng title yan. Alright. So the mechanics of the game is that Ron will give you a pair of words, 2 words, and then I will give you the first word of the title of the research that you can come up. Okay? So, bigyan ng title yan. Alright? Are you ready, Ron?
They should be ready.
Tinanong lang kita.
I am.
Are you ready, colleagues?
Yes.
Wala kayong choice. Alright, let's begin. Ron, give me the first pair of words.
Because Ma'am Jem mentioned about family and raising a research paper instead of a child, let's start with true love.
True and love?
Love.
So, true love.
Yes, true love.
One word lang yon, or...
Two words.
True and love. Okay, so true and love. All right. So the first word is an exploration.
Of the
True love of
teachers.
I think we need it.
Kailang nananawagan na po si Jem na true love of teachers. Parang need niyang mag-explore. All right. Ron, give me the next pair of words.
TikTok trends.
TikTok trends. The effects of...
Senior high school students.
on using TikTok.
Siguro, on their attention span.
Attention. Tama nga naman. TikTok ng TikTok. Di ba? O, ayan. Marami na kayong title, ha, na mali-learn from us. Okay. Okay. Next pair of words, Ron.
Solo flight.
Solo flight. Solo flight. Okay. Alright. Ano ba? Ako din dapat. Am I ready?
That's solo flight.
Ito. A qualitative study
Of the...
a qualitative study of the
Researcher doing solo flight.
to their mental health.
parang it leads back again na dapat may kasama. Not true love in the solo flight. Okay. Do we have one more, Ron?
Workload.
Huh?
Workload.
Ay, workload.
Yes.
An exploratory study.
Of workload.
Okay.
Workload? Okay.
To the teachers of Silliman University.
In relation to their love
Love
life.
Iba ang hugot ni Jem.
The real problem.
Parang,
Very real problem.
this is a real problem. Okay.
Problems.
21st century requires 21st century solutions, which is research. Do we have one more? Wala na.
I think it's enough.
Alright.
Pahanapan na ng love life yan sa Google. Or baka nasa tabi-tabi na lang.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Ma'am Lisa, Sir Jan, and Ma'am Jem for generously sharing your time and passion with us. Your dedication and commitment is very infectious, and keep your work, going, and hopefully, may your tribe increase talaga. No? We need research more than ever. And of course, to our televiewers, daghang salamat to everyone watching this right now. May you join us in your excellent state of health. See you next week, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining another episode. Support as well our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. We also have a growing community on YouTube. Please subscribe by hitting the notification bell. Keep updated, and see you there.
And watch us at Field Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. And replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn by Vailoces-No.
And Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week only here on #Silliman.